What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a wrestling legend passes away, Seth Rollins blasts a rude fan at a live event, Street Profits split rumors refuted, the worst WWE debut ever, Zelina Vega's unexpected push, where's Matt Riddle, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story is sad news, as a wrestling legend has just passed away. And it's breaking news as one of wrestling's most important figures from the 70s and 80s has passed away. The BBC is reporting that wrestling revolutionary exotic Adrian Street has died at the age of 82. According to the BBC reports, Street had recently undergone brain surgery and had battled several health problems before. Adrian Street was known for playing a colourful gender-bending wrestler during his heyday in the 70s and 80s. Although he wasn't the first wrestler to portray an effeminate wrestler, a role that legendary wrestler Gorgeous George Wagner portrayed long before him, he revolutionized it, mixing wild makeup into his act and a gender-bending persona that initially repulsed fans but almost always led to him being adored by the same fans who had booed him. However, the fans felt that Street was one of wrestling's real-life tough guys. He worked in the UK before travelling to the US and Canada, where he was a sensation in the territories. Street was accompanied by his valet and real-life wife, Miss Linda, working alongside some of the biggest stars of the 70s and 80s. His dad was a mine worker who once remarked on why he passed on mining. "Too dark down there. I was born for the spotlight." We send our condolences to Adrian Street's friends, family, and many fans. Next up, Seth Rollins blasts a rude fan at a live event. A current world champion, Seth Rollins, wasn't having it at a recent live event after a fan attending a recent live event called the Visionary a fake-ass champion. According to a report from Wrestling News, "I'm here in your city sweating buckets, bleeding my own blood. I'm far from a fake-ass champion. I'm a fighting champion because you and I deserve a champion that's gonna sweat and bleed his own blood." Rollins has another title defense this Saturday at SummerSlam when he defends the title against Finn Balor. But do you think he's gonna retain? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Street Profits split rumors refuted. Interesting news concerning the Street Profits, as Montez Ford recently revealed that WWE never had any plans for splitting him and Angelo Dawkins up. Ford spoke with the Getting Over podcast, saying, "For us, it's never been anything that's been pitched or anything like that, but there were a couple of instances where we felt like they were teasing it a little bit. We had some backstage segments where it was, oh, the draft could split you guys, or MVP would come up and say, you should be doing this or accepting that. There have been instances where people have tried to come in and add their 2 cents and make it go a certain way, but never led that way. Very fortunate that it didn't. There have been rumors about a singles push for one or both members of the Street Profits, but right now the WWE seems to have the popular tag team heading for a program with Bobby Lashley either aligning themselves with the Almighty or possibly turning down his apparent offer to join forces." Next up, the worst WWE debut ever. There's bad news for Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson, as his debut match against Baron Corbin fell completely flat. Steveson battled Corbin at last night's Great American Bash, with PW Mania reporting Steveson came to the ring for his one-on-one match against Baron Corbin with his traditional amateur wrestling singlet on, as well as his Olympic gold medals around his neck. He even entered the ring like the only other former Olympic gold medalist in WWE history, Kurt Angle, bouncing and twirling with his arms outstretched. But Steveson quickly wore out his welcome, with fans chanting for Baron Corbin whilst booing him out of the building. Chants of "You're not Angle" and "Let's go Corbin" just echoed throughout the building. It'll be interesting to see whether the WWE tries to rehabilitate his image or go to plan B by turning him heel. Next up, where's Matt Riddle? Where's Raw superstar Matt Riddle? Wrestling's Ultimate Bro returned from a kayfabe injury, renewing his rivalry with Solo Sikoa, only vanishing from TV. Well, according to Ringside News was able to confirm with a tenured member of the WWE creative team that Matt Riddle did not get any time off due to Misha Montana's pregnancy. He just isn't factored into any creative plans heading into SummerSlam. Riddle is the latest WWE superstar who appears to have been lost in the WWE seeming cast of millions. Next up, is LA Knight's popularity predicted to plummet? LA Knight is riding a wave of popularity not seen in the WWE for some time, with fans going absolutely insane over his promos and in-ring work. However, former WWF head writer Vince Russo recently weighed in on Knight's long-term future, arguing, Bro, mark my words, when you play to the crowd, it's short-lived. It's like Seth singing. And you just mentioned Bray. Bray never played to the crowd. Austin never played to the crowd. The Rock never played to the crowd. If you play to the crowd, what that means is, okay, I'm over now and I'm gonna go out there and keep doing and saying the same thing. And then when you go out there, the same thing for 3 or 6 months, they're tired of it. Russo, who has sometimes been blamed for the demise of WCW due to his work writing the show, including one storyline where he won the WCW Championship, appears to be misinterpreting what he's seen as night as he's been playing the same character whether he was a heel or a babyface. Playing to the audience has always been an integral part to his persona, even before his WWE run, and it's just more noticeable because fans are so behind him. What do you think of his remarks? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Britt Baker under fire again. There's no rest for Britt Baker online as she comes under fire for a 2021 tweet where she questioned the WWE's decision to focus on hiring pro athletes and stop signing indie wrestlers. She tweeted back, "The quote is out of context and incomplete. It's from 2021 when WWE stated they would stop signing indie wrestlers and focus on pro athletes. I think most pro wrestlers would tell you how valuable the independent wrestling circuit was to their development, and multiple girls you listed all came from the indies. It wasn't a dig at the PC, it was in support of independent wrestling." Next up, HBK Snubbed. NXT's Great American Bash PLE featured some exciting matches and segments, including a backstage segment where NXT's authority figure Shawn Michaels congratulated Dominic Mysterio on a strong performance. In true Daddy Dom fashion, the current North American champion brushed off Shawn's attempt to shake his hand, with Rhea Ripley gently but arrogantly pushing the Heartbreak Kid aside. A snubbed Michaels shouted, "Your daddy should have spanked your ass when you were a kid." But just to make sure everyone got the message, Rhea tweeted a video of the segment along with the message, "Move Shawn Michaels, we run NXT now." The Judgment Day isn't talking smack when they say they run NXT, with fans wondering who, if anyone, will be able to stop them. What do you think of the factions run on the Black and Gold brand? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Zelina Vega's unexpected push. Hard work does pay off, at least in the case of SmackDown superstar Zelina Vega, whose recent performances led to an unplanned push. Fightful Select is reporting it has learned that an original plan for Zelina's world title match in Puerto Rico was for Rhea Ripley to squash her despite the geographical location and Zelina's connection. However, a change was made and Zelina ended up having a very well received match and getting a special reaction from the audience in Puerto Rico. We also heard that Rhea Ripley was happy to accommodate the booking change. According to Fightful, this change of plans benefited everyone involved, including the WWE Universe. The LWO Zelina Vega has always been a versatile performer, whether it was her time managing wrestlers, making impromptu color commentary during a time on Raw, or a more recent return to active competition. It's refreshing to see the WWE acknowledging more underutilized talent like Zelina Vega. Next up, Impact Wrestling pay-per-views at ridiculous numbers. That was actually good news for Impact Wrestling, which recently saw an astonishing 200% jump in its buy rate for its latest pay-per-view. Meltzer reported Impact Slammiversary did more than 4,400 pay-per-view buys on television, which for them is outstanding. That's up from less than 1,300 last year, actually up 248.8%, even though television pay-per-view over the last year has only gone down. While 4,400 buys may seem like a drop in the bucket, a 200% jump is still a significant figure. And finally, Liv Morgan out, Toni Storm in. Last but not least, it looks like Toni Storm has landed a big role in the upcoming biopic on the legendary wrestler Mildred Burke, a role originally planned for WWE's Liv Morgan. According to The Observer, Morgan isn't the only WWE superstar slated for the film who saw their role go up in smoke. At one point, Charlotte Flair was pegged for that role and agreed to it, but WWE got involved and it fell through. Meltzer didn't provide any details on what caused Morgan or Flair to miss out on the parts, but according to Meltzer's report, wrestlers Camille Brickhouse and Trinity Fatu have roles in the film, and Jim Cornette may have a part as an NWA commissioner. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.